Willkommen zurück zu Let's Play The World Ends With You. Im letzten Part sind wir sehr schnell mit Joshua's Secret Reports fertig geworden. Vielleicht kriegen wir auch Beat komplett in einen Part. Wer weiß, auf jeden Fall Secret Report 15. I've begun patrolling Shibuya in pursuit of the conductor's strategy. While in Udagawa, I spotted Minamimoto's taboo noise refinery sigil. Several types of these sigils exist in various categories, which we of the higher plane have classified. Not all of them, however, will work in the Yuji. Its vibe frequency is simply too low for them to translate properly. The sigil Minamimoto drew was one of these undecodable types. Was that a mistake on the fallen angel's part? Or was it a transcription error by Minamimoto? Either way, with that design he stands little chance of reviving himself. However, Minamimoto is driven and his imagination strong. Perhaps strong enough to make a taboo sigil work, even in the underground. If so, the specific result would be impossible to predict. Anything that might interfere with the composer and conductor's swagger is to be avoided at any cost. I will personally neutralize Minamimoto's sigil. Angels may not interfere in the Reaper's game, but this contest will decide Shibuya's future. The higher plane cannot idly stand by. Meanwhile, the conductor has dealt a preemptive blow. The starting player count in the final game is 1. Ja, das war unfair. I cannot be certain whether the conductor knows that Neko Sakuraba is the proxy, but the severe restriction in the number of entrants ensures players' erasure. In this flagrant abuse of his privilege, he has eliminated that threat of the proxy. With a composer in the parallel world, the proxy's position is perilous. Still, as producer, I am bound by the rules. I can offer him no help. Ja, danke auch. All I can do is guide him to the Shibuya River. Call it luck or fate, even by himself the proxy has managed to form a pact. His partner to beat, now a Reaper, who is himself fixated to reaching the river. As such, guiding the proxy would require little work on my part. Still, I haven't uncovered the conductor's strategy for this final week. I can't afford to relax quite yet. Ein Glück gab es Beat. Ein Glück ist er Reaper geworden, ansonsten wäre er wahrscheinlich auch nicht da gewesen. Auch wenn es nicht wirklich Glück in dem Sinne ist, weil wir wissen ja alle, was mit Ryan passiert ist. Uncool. Aber was soll's. The conductor, also erstmal Secret Report 16. The conductor has used Beat's betrayal as an excuse to issue an emergency call. With it, the composer's rules for the UG are essentially suspended. After weeks of concealing the composer's absence, the conductor finally has absolute authority. At the same time, he's made red skull pins mandatory for all Reapers. Jetzt wissen wir auch, warum so viel Neues in der Woche von Beat passiert ist. Es gelten halt nicht mehr dieselben Regeln wie vorher. But wow, ist das fair. Now most of Shibuya has a red skull pin. The stage has been set for the conductor's counterattack. Furthermore, he's cordoned off each area of the UG with walls. Oh, die war nervig. I could leave the UG elevate my vibe and pass through them quite easily, but to what end? I am bound to the UG and thus my hands are tied. I cannot reach the composer, nor do I know in which parallel world he's hiding. For now, all I can do is use my second sight to watch the game's progress. Also erstmal nur abwarten und Tee trinken, so gesehen. Secret Report 17. Rather than head to the Shibuya River, the proxy has begun wandering the streets, apparently in pursuit of the Game Master. Konishi, this round's Game Master, seems mainly interested in saving her own skin. She appears a loyal follower to the conductor, but the appearance of a promising candidate for composer would quickly change her tune. At this point, she has been working hard to recover the conductor's trust after her slip the first day. Daran kann ich mich schon gar nicht mehr erinnern. Was hat sie gemacht am ersten Tag der Woche? She has issued a single 6-day mission, one that exploits Beat's greatest weakness, rhyme. Her plan is to panic the pair into committing some fatal error while keeping watch from her front row seat within Beat's shadow. This serves both to restore her standing with the conductor and to avenge the blow to her pride. War das nicht nur so einfach, dass sie am Anfang auch aufgetaucht ist? Ich weiß jetzt nicht, ob das genau der erste Tag war und einfach mal den Rhyme-Pin gezeigt hat und hier, ich hab das und verpisst sich dann irgendwie wieder? Ich glaube, da war was. Weiß noch nicht mal, wann das war. Beat's greatest desire is to bring her back to life. Natürlich. Even if revived, though Rhyme still lost the game, her entry fee is non-refundable. I do not know what the girl's entry fee was, but a life without it, the thing she held most dear, would be filled with grief and hardship. But is the void in one's heart caused by loss never filled? Ja, wir wissen ja nicht so wirklich, was heißt jetzt Entry Fee wieder auf Deutsch? Ey, ich hasse das, wenn ich so diesen Tick habe, dass ich auf Englisch weiß, was es ist, aber das deutsche Wort nicht. Ah, egal. Was das von den anderen Charakteren war? Wir wissen ja, von Neko war das auf jeden Fall seine Erinnerung. Bei Shiki war es ihr Aussehen, beziehungsweise ihr wahres Ich. Bei Joshua, Beat und Ryan, haben wir da überhaupt mal was gehört? Wüsste ich jetzt nicht unbedingt was von. Oder ich habe es einfach komplett vergessen über die Jahre. I think it can be. It may take time, but something else will come along to fill that empty space, so long as one enjoys the present. Und Rhyme kann das auf jeden Fall. In other words, we needn't mourn the loss of that which we hold dear. If only more people realize this. The composer did not impose the entry fee upon players to cause them anguish. In experiencing life without the thing one most values, players are forced to re-examine just how crucial those things really are. The hope is that by the close of the game, players will be able to take a hard look at themselves and be able to take on the future with a new outlook on life. Quasi Leute, existiert das Spiel nur, um Leute dazu zu zwingen, die Welt anders zu sehen, als sie es normalerweise gesehen haben. Wow. Und meistens sind diese Leute noch nicht mal schuld dafür, dass die Welt so ist, wie sie gesehen wird. Wow hoch 2, aber hey. The entry fee exists to force players to see the truth about themselves. It is a test posed by the composer to spur players' self-enlightenment. Oh Mann. Sowas mag ich auch gerade nicht. The conductor has begun his work with the red skull pins by bringing Shibuya's collective consciousness in line with his own. He hopes to accomplish his goal of rebuilding Shibuya. The conductor's zeal is unparalleled among Reapers. His strong presence was central to the composer's ability to govern Shibuya, an area considered exceptionally chaotic even among the higher planes denizens. that the composer would consent to base his plans for Shibuya's destruction on a game with the conductor shows his unwavering trust in his subordinate. The unification of minds is a natural state of the higher plane. Given time, it might happen throughout the underground. The current UG, however, is not ready. People have erected walls around their minds, dividing their collective consciousness. They coexist independently like the cells that make up a single human being. While the player pin holds imagination strong enough to pass through those walls, the pin user's own barriers are strengthened. Were that not the case, the incoming flood of other minds could erode at the user's own consciousness. Consequently, those who hold player pins cannot be scanned. Wissen wir schon mal, warum die nicht gescannt werden können? Why does individuality exist? Boah, das ist ja mal wieder so eine schöne Frage. Vielleicht weil Menschen dumm sind und denken können. This is something the conductor has overlooked. Everything that exists has a purpose. Obsessed with his egoistic protection of Shibuya, the conductor has blinded himself to the facts. With his blind ego funneled into everyone in Shibuya, the city's destruction is not far off. So long as there is individuality, it is impossible to fully eliminate loneliness. There is no such thing as a shared reality. Ach, immer die Sichtweisen von Leuten. Even people who believe they share a connection are not truly connected. They must actually make contact, clash, and learn about others through their foreignness. Differences should not be denied, they should be accepted and enjoyed. People must realize this if Shibuya is to be spared from destruction. Natürlich ist jeder anders, natürlich müsste jeder irgendwie mit jemandem klarkommen. Man kann nicht einfach sagen, yo, ich komme auf euch nicht klar, ich jag euch mal alle in die Luft. So denkt er nämlich gerade irgendwie. Sein, wir erfahren noch mehr. I've detected an energy spike here. It would seem Minamoto has returned. I judge his revival unlikely after spotting his taboo refining cigar on the first day. But it appears Minamoto's imagination is much stronger than I'd anticipated. The fallen angel must have completed the array for him. A troubling thought. Who can say what impact this will have on the composer and conductor's game? Minamoto has one goal now, to find the composer and erase him. Minamoto has been tracking the composer's movements. He must know that the composer frequents this cafe. Chances are he'll pay a visit himself. As for the composer, I have yet to receive any word from him. Could the composer's abilities now be so limited that he cannot even reach me? I may need to contact myself in the parallel worlds to help search for him. Let me expand on the concept of parallel worlds. Ja, endlich! Sagst du jetzt mehr darüber? In life, reality is made up of a continuous string of choices, and the consequences of those choices. Every time a choice is made, the option not selected branches off and exists as its own reality, a parallel world. Countless numbers of such parallel worlds exist within a single plane, be it the RG or the UG, and travel among them is possible through the use of imagination. Theoretically, anyone can jump to a parallel world, but penetrating the membranes between worlds requires up-tuning one's vibe. This limits the pool of beings able to make the trip. Additionally, stress caused by breaking through the barrier can pull down the traveler's base vibe. If the vibe dips, the frequency may be too low to pass through the barrier. In the worst cases, it may render the traveler unable to return to his or her own original world. Das kann doch aber nicht mit Joshua passiert sein, weil Joshua ist halt Joshua, ne? Conversely, angels are beings meant to jump between worlds. Thus, such travel is a simple matter. Angels have a higher base vibe than the frequency of the underground, allowing them to leave the UG, then tune their vibe to that of the desired parallel world. Okay, der Engel kann also frei wider Wille wechseln und wir nicht. Oder die anderen nicht. I've located the composer. Juhu, wir haben Joshua gefunden. Am vorletzten Tag. He is in a world where Tinpin Slammer, of all things, reigns supreme. I am off to retrieve him. Minamimoto has definitely targeted this shop, and not with friendly intentions. It is essential that I leave here immediately. I will leave the keep-in to the Shibuya River for the proxy. He should know what to do from there. Ja, wir haben uns ja gefragt, wo der ist, weil wir, oder Nico ja gesagt, ja auch die Frage hat, was nun mit Cat an sich ist. Ob er auch ein Feind ist oder bla bla bla. Und das Einzige, was wir gefunden haben, war dieser Keep-in. Und halt die Frage, was nun los ist. Aber ich finde es wirklich gut gemacht, dass wir eigentlich komplett von ihm geleitet wurden, es nicht mal bemerkt haben und es nur erfahren, wenn wir die ganzen Secret Reports sammeln. Shibuya's fate has been placed into the proxy's hands. It is no longer safe for me in the UG. My work here is done. All that remains is to retrieve the composer from the parallel world and bring him back to this one. Okay, wir wissen nur, dass Nico jetzt für alles verantwortlich ist, ob jetzt alles untergehen wird oder nicht. Und wie wir wissen, haben wir es geschafft. Ja, Secret Report 22, das habe ich jetzt von Anfang an, glaube ich, nicht immer weitergeführt, aber egal. The composer defeated the conductor. The composer defeated the proxy. However, he has stayed his decision to destroy Shibuya. It seems the curse of the game has brought about a change of heart in the composer. Yes, Shibuya persists, but it is no longer the same city as it was a month ago. Moment, wir wurden besiegt. In its stead, a completely new Shibuya has arisen. As the composer has changed, so Shibuya itself has metamorphosed. 1 month previous, Shibuya was plagued with problems, dire enough to motivate the composer to destroy it. Today, Shibuya has shifted into what we angels believe to be the optimal parallel world. Tja. To complete this puzzle, all of the pieces had to be set in their proper plane. If even one was incorrect, the entire picture would be ruined. Rhyme's selfless display of kindness, Higashizawa's bottomless carrier ambitions, Konishi's heart of stone, the conductor's wild actions born from overflowing love. All of these were necessary if Shibuya was to be born anew. There are no extra pieces, no irrelevant components. Rhyme war also auch dafür nötig, um das Shibuya in Day X wahrscheinlich zu erstellen. Oder neu geboren zu werden. Accept society as an ever-changing thing, and your mind will also become flexible. Individuals will link together and enact change throughout society. This is the only way to ride high upon the waves of the ever-changing world. It was no coincidence the composer opted for this simple method in the end. My gratitude goes out to you all. I greatly look forward to what this new Shibuya will become. Thank you. Ja, und jetzt bist du ja selbst in dem in dem neuen Shibuya und wir müssen am Ende gegen dich kämpfen. Also sag mal in diesem Report bitte, was Sache ist. I entered the parallel world and contacted the composer. Unexpectedly, he seemed to be enjoying his stay. In fact, the reason he had not contacted me was because he was too busy playing Tinpin. Geil, Joshua, geil. I made him promise me to meet me at Shibuya River. In the meantime, I need to hide out, so as not to meet myself in this world. Usually, angels exist as multiple entities within the same world, possess little problem. However, mine is a somewhat special case. Okay, das heißt, den Cat, den wir am Ende besiegen, muss nicht unbedingt der Cat sein, der hier gerade alles schreit, ne? Oder darf ich das so nicht verstehen? Ich gehe mal davon aus, ich darf das so verstehen. You see, I am the fallen angel who taught Minamimoto how to refine taboo noise. Minamimoto owes his successful rebirth to the corrections I made to his flawed taboo refinery sickle. I must hide in Pork City for fear that my alternate self in this world may report me on sight. Okay, das heißt, Cat aus dieser Welt hat dafür gesorgt, dass das alles überhaupt passiert ist? Der hat Minamimoto alles beigebracht? Beziehungsweise geholfen? Und er selbst ist in dieser Parallelwelt quasi der gefallene Engel? Und er selbst ist halt in den anderen Parallelwelten oder in der Parallelwelt, in der wir uns in den Spielen begeben haben, der Engel gewesen, der uns jetzt geholfen hat? Wow. Okay. Kein Wunder, warum das alles rot geschrieben ist. Minamimoto is my backup plan to ensure Shibuya's survival. If the composer does not change his mind, this unique city will be lost. I must prevent that at any cost. Thus, I've deemed it necessary to cross the boundaries angels usually respect. I happily accept the stigma of fallen angel for this cause. Well then, it's about time to meet him. After calling the composer and hearing his cheery voice, I feel as if my shadow falls even darker. But darkness has always been husband to light. I sincerely hope that someday my sins will be judged justified. I still hold faith that they will, now and forevermore. One last thing, to the composer's pick, Niku Sakuraba. The future you must choose is within you. I'm glad to have had the chance to meet you. Okay, das alles habe ich jetzt so gesehen grob verstanden. Ich glaube, ich werde es mir nochmal irgendwann so durchlesen, von Anfang an nochmal. Wir wissen, dass Cat, also Mr. H, quasi die ganzen Reports geschrieben hat. Aus seiner Sicht tut das auch. So, das war aber aus der Sicht immer aus dem, der uns geholfen hat. Also quasi einem Engel. Und dann redet er jetzt hier von dem gefallenen Engel, quasi er selbst in dieser Dimension, der quasi der gefallene Engel ist, der Böse. Und sagt dann hier an der Stelle, ja, wo war denn das jetzt? Genau, beschreibt ihn quasi als Schatten seiner selbst und hofft, dass er irgendwann vernichtet wird vom Licht, dass er ebenso stärker wird. Und entschuldigt sich für seine Sünden. Heißt das nicht eigentlich, wenn er für seine Sünden begangen hat, dass er dafür verantwortlich ist, quasi auch er der gefallene Engel ist? Aber warum hat er uns dann geholfen? Oder redet er einfach nur von seinen Sünden, weil sein Ich in einer anderen Parallelwelt quasi das gemacht hat, würde irgendwie Sinn ergeben. Weil er selbst in einer anderen Parallelwelt ist immer noch er selbst. Deswegen redet er von dem, was er getan hat, in dieser Dimension, als ob er es getan hätte, obwohl er dafür nicht verantwortlich ist. Ich weiß aber nicht, ob man das so sehen kann. Aber hey, es ist halt wie es ist. Das waren alles Secret Reports. Und ich werde jetzt noch im nächsten Part rumnuben. Indem ich einfach mal sage, ich mach meine maximalen HP. Und kämpfe einfach mal total unvorbereitet, ungeübt nochmal. Und keine Ahnung, wie der Kampf eigentlich nochmal verläuft. Im nächsten Part gegen Mr. H. Wahrscheinlich nicht auf Ultimate oder wir fangen auf Ultimate an. Gucken, wie es wird. Bis dahin, viel Spaß und tschüss.